great example is the incredible build-up and tension in the first season. Characters went through intense circumstances, so intense that it all had so much build-up and payoff. By the time you got to the payoff, it felt earned, really earned. So some of the most heart-pounding tension in TV show history, with some of the best character work and circumstances out there. The story of Hiro Nakamura told with such charm and elegance. The stories are fully realized and immersive. You got into their lives and their interworkings. You get addicted to wanting to know what's next after each episode. There's a style, a visual style of narrative, as it tells its story with profound cinematography that tells the story through it. You can see the effect abilities have on the environment or people through the masterful work of the choreography, such as when Matt Parkman reads minds and when huge important events happen in the story. This is told with impeccable cinematography that matches the creative style of the show. This is some of the most heart-pounding, tension-filled character work ever made, with some incredible storytelling and great build-up. Even when the writer's strike struck, it maintained so much creativity, thought-provoking dialogue, and incredible storytelling that it raised itself above most TV shows. Even during the writer's strike of season 2, that's how good this show was, and still is. You might see a few hiccups because of the strike, but it maintained its story, creativity, and characters with some of the best character work and moments in TV show history. This is hands down the greatest supernatural TV show of all time out of any of them. Gifted, X-Files, Fringe, Alphas, and Smallville. This is hands down the best one, with some incredible characterization and storytelling, written to such an impeccable level. It reaches the level of iconic. Then you have seasons 3 and 4. Holy cow. When I first saw Heroes, I thought season 3 was the best one. It's so good. It's a huge contender for being the best season, with some of the best characters in the show. Some introduced in season 2, using important plot points and elements, using it to a whole new level with great ideas and unique and unexpected turns of events. This show will surprise you at every turn. Season 3 was so good with characters like Arthur Petrelli, Ellie Bishop, and Daphne, some of the best characters in the show, having great storylines with a huge narrative impact on the story. They always had a fresh batch of new characters with their own story that added to the overarching stories of Heroes. These stories had such a huge impact on the narrative. The way it shows its supernatural elements feel real and even grounded in a realistic setting with believable characters. The powers are never over the top or on another level. It's kept just tame enough to be believable, and these powers and these powerful revelations of their abilities is explored with so much subtlety and depth and nuance, with incredible use of camera angles and special effects to create a unique look and feel for the powers and abilities. They feel unlike any other creative medium. Even X-Men, Marvel, or DC, it separates itself from other elements. It's more grounded and real. This show is one of the best shows on TV and one of the best, if not the best, supernatural show of all time. Some of the best storylines come later in the story, built upon from season 1. In season 3, Peter Petrelli, spoiler alert, comes back from the future to Peter to stop Nathan. Apparently he creates a new world where people are superhuman and live together in public. Anyone can get access as long as they have money. These storylines, like Arthur Petrelli, were so well written, had great build-up. Even season 2, where it had the writer's strike, still had creativity and great moments that really worked for the story and characters. Despite the writer's strike, some incredible moments were in season 2 as well. It was still almost just as good as season 1. Maybe it had a few hiccups from the writer's strike, but the creative core of the story and its execution was still there. Then Sylar had so much build-up and great build-up and building to his encounters in season 1, with so much compelling storytelling that you felt the huge atmosphere and tone gloss over the entirety of the show's world. When he was being built up, when he showed up, it was insane and it was compelling writing. In season 3, Sylar finds his father. Eventually, you learn about who his actual father was. And the storytelling, the cinematography, the way they built this story up, some of the best writing on television, let alone in Heroes. Heroes excelled at doing the unexpected, creating unexpected circumstances, but working with them in a way that created such a compelling narrative. Then Sylar finds out who his real father was, and you learn why Sylar is the way he is. It's because of his actual heritage. His actual father, holy cow, the way they build up this story and executed it was so dark, so powerful, so well written, so profound, and added even more depth than the previous season already added to the character. They take it to a whole new level with just this one scene, with just this one moment. This single moment is one of the greatest moments in the entire show, building on its characters, its world, and stories from prior seasons to soar it to new heights of storytelling-wise. Moments that define the medium of storytelling. You actually find out that his dad was ruthless as hell. He was no joke, and the hunger Sylar has, since he knows how stuff works, even the mechanisms of the smallest clock or watch, so he also knows how DNA works. When he is taking powers from superhumans, the reason he is able to do this is because he knows how stuff works, so he can actually figure out how it works, take it, and use it for himself. Throughout the series, not only is his character built up well, but his story was hinted at, as they did not disclose too much about his past. It's gradually spoon-fed and hinted at. Finally, after all this build-up in season 3, you find out that the hunger he has actually comes from his father, who was ruthless. He gave you powerful insight as to where Sylar got his hunger from. This moment of compelling storytelling also had stuff too, guys. Subscribers out there, let me tell you, man, was this insane. He was ruthless and had the hunger too, and had the same knack for how stuff works as well. He could take abilities from others, then use it for his own purposes. Even for survival, the dude was just on the edge of life, living off of whatever he could muster to survive. This moment of compelling storytelling, of great buildup, and powerful insight into a character that's been here since the first season, this incredible moment soared the show on a whole new level than it already was after season 1. Moments like this add to the show so much and let me know that when people say, oh, it was only good in the first season, moments like this shoot that in the foot every time. Even in season 2, they had great moments like this. And season 1 was incredible, but the best moments, a lot of those happened in season 3. And yes, I'm here to admit to you all, yes, season 3 is my overall favorite season. Even though season 1 had some of the best buildup and storytelling in the series, season 3 is still my fave and had the best storylines and best moments. The most incredible intertwined stories. It was amazing, and it's underrated because people are all over season 1 and claim the show fell off after that. Moments like that in season 3 are what shoot that in the foot every time. They did so much with season 3, it was compelling. Dang, the cinematography of this show is unbelievable. They have many moments where the camera changes and shifts in ways that match the creative style and feel of the show. It has its own unique style of storytelling, separate from every show and every other show in this genre. It defines the genre with this cinematography, having scenes transition in stylistic ways that are creative. And then in season 3, they take it to a whole new level. The same seasons they say, oh, when the writer struck, this show fell off. They are so wrong. Some of the best moments in storytelling take place after season 1. When I mention hiccups, there is a few, like what happened to Caitlyn after season 2. She got lost in time, in the timeline of the virus. So where is she? Guess what? She is never spoken about in the stories again. So yes, there are a few hiccups. However, it has some of the most creative writing on TV, so it's understandable. It doesn't defeat the show. It's a hiccup. Heroes is a more realistic and grounded interpretation of supernatural aspects. It had its own unique atmosphere and tone. The way they tell their story is psychological, even even symbolic. It has a unique sense of atmosphere you will find in no other show or any show with these concepts. It is the single greatest supernatural show of all time and one of the greatest TV shows of all time. The symbolism, the ideological concepts, the way the cinematic style of storytelling of Heroes set trends. It was a trendsetter in that regard. Some of the most unique cinematics techniques ever put to a TV show. Some incredible moments of unexpected twists and turns with its characters, and even how it tackles concepts of moral dilemmas and conflicts. This unique, profound show did what no other supernatural show ever came close to being: subtle, having symbolism, having psychological aspects with its storytelling, and characters have a phenomenal story with incredible attention to detail at every turn. This show is one of the greatest TV shows of all time. Every single season had quality and unexpected turns and twists. Even after the writer's strike, the show still maintained a level of uniqueness and quality. Hands down, one of the best shows of all time. This is what I'm laying down about Heroes, and this was Tarragon, and thank you for watching.